Hello.
Okay, I like you. Yeah,
Fix my hair a little bit. Make sure I look good on the camera.
Can't even see you.
So I'll ask the question. Miles Richter, if your parents were an animal, what would they be?
My dad would definitely be a horse because he is ridiculously healthy and, he exercises and runs nonstop. My mom would probably be a dolphin because she's really smart.
My mom would definitely be a chihuahua.
My mom would be a lion because she has a strong personality.
My dad would probably be a gorilla because he's a very alpha male, I'd say. Likes to be in charge. My mom would probably be a cat because she likes to be warm and cuddle up on the couch, but if she gets mad, then the claws come out.
My dad would be a lion because he's very protective of me. If I'm ever doing anything, going out, he's going to make sure he knows where I'm going. And then my mom would be a lemur because she's kind of spastic and she's she's jumpy and jittery, always has to stay busy,
I feel like my mom would be a owl because she's really loud and she can turn her head and see everything I do. And then I feel like my dad would be a sloth because he's really, really slow, but, he has fun and, he just does everything at his own pace.
If my dad was an animal, he'd have to be a giraffe because he's tall and he's very smart. Growing up, he always helped me with my homework, math concepts that I didn't understand. And if my mom was an animal, I'd have to say she'd be an owl. Not only is she smart, but she's incredibly attentive. She never doesn't know where anything is around the house. And she never passes up an opportunity to make an owl pun. However good, however bad, there's a chance she takes it.
My dad would be an elephant because he's really smart and always remembers things, even when I forget them. Mom would be a cat because she's super playful and a ton of fun.
My dad would probably be a shark because though they don't have any hair and they're scary on the outside, they're really curious and nice on the inside. And my mom would probably be a bear because she really cares about her children and is very protective of them.
My mom would be a koala because she's nice. She looks nice on the outside, and she is, but if you mess with her, the claws are coming out. And my dad would be a sloth because he's always sleeping.
My mom would be a goat because she's the greatest of all time.
My mom would be a cat because she's small and she stalks me. And my dad would be a hippopotamus.
My dad would be an elephant because he's big and he's gentle and he's full of wisdom. And then as for my mom, I'd say she'd be a tiger because that girl's wild.
Mike, my stepdad, would be a mixture between a sloth and an owl because he's not slow, but he goes at his own pace and he gives me good advice to go through life. My dad would be a dog because he's always there for me with a smile on his face to support me no matter what. My mom would be a goat because she's loud and stubborn and eats a lot, but she's the greatest of all time.
Dad would be a gorilla because he's really buff and strong. And my mom would be a cheetah because she's always really fast when it comes to getting to places on time and stuff. She's extremely urgent. And that's always been a good thing for me, which is the reason why I have been here on time for quite a bit.
My mom would be a lion or a tiger because she's feisty. And my dad, he'd be a sheep or a or a sloth, something really calm because he's really rational and calm. Mom, you would be a woodpecker because you're always knocking at my door. And then Dad, you'd be a parrot because you're exotic and because you talk a lot. My mom would be a lion because she is really fierce and she fights for everything she believes in. And also when she's mad, she's kind of scary. My dad, he would be an owl because he's really wise and he's always looking out for people in the family.
My mom would be a bear because she's loving, caring, and if anything bad happens to me, she'll become ferocious. If my dad was if my dad was an animal, he'd be a platypus because he's unique, cool, and there's nothing like him.
My dad would be a tiger because he is a very good leader and he's always willing to make the tough decisions and just risk it all. And my mom, if she were an animal, she would be a cat because she is active and she's also friendly. So, yeah.
My dad would be a penguin because he's really chill and he's very protective and he does a lot for me. And then my stepmom, Amy, would be a hippo because that's her nickname and because she's very protective as well. And then my mom would be a dog because she really likes dogs and she's very loyal.
My mom would be a squirrel because she's small and feisty. And my dad would be a starfish because he lives under a rock because he never knows what's happening and he likes SpongeBob.
Don't be scared.
Question number 2. What's your favorite memory of Huron Cross Country? And if you had a piece of advice to pass forward, what would it be?
My favorite memory would have to be the famous prank calls on the bus ride to regionals 2 years ago, and then my word of advice would just be never doubt yourself, because if you actually work towards something, you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish, and if you doubt yourself, then you're just limiting your progress that you can make.
It's definitely running in the mud with Courtney Case and Caitlin Dennis, because we're a team and we're all together and we're running and having a good time. And if I had any advice, just to get close with everyone in cross country and kind of just be there for each other, because it really makes a difference.
To be the dance battles, and my advice to you all is to keep doing what you love.
State my junior year, we were on the starting line and all the teams were lined up and we were just kind of like out there, and I had to spit really bad, and I spit and it went into the wind and smacked Abby Reardon in the forehead. And then we started dying laughing and the officials were just looking at us. Is enjoy every moment, learn from the lows, and like relish in the highs, because you only get 4 years, so you have to use every single day.
Like staying in the hotel rooms, just with the boys. I got to learn a little bit more about them whenever we would stay in those hotel rooms, so that was nice. If you truly do like to run, then I want you to, keep pursuing it all 4 years. Put everything into running. If you can't. I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but you can't have
the Coppell race. And then I would say, final advice, have fun, just kind of do it for yourself and enjoy.
The Ken Gaston meet. Not only was it a great time, everybody had a lot of PRs, but everybody had a great attitude and it created a really good environment. And then my advice would be, don't doubt how great you can be if you put your mind to it, what it is that you're doing.
Invite camp, playing Vent with the boys, ton of fun, lots of fun playing the game, and also it adds to the fun that the girls don't know what it is. Advice to like the younger kids, just have fun with it. Don't like take yourself too seriously. Don't like take everything too seriously. Have fun with it because you're only in high school once, and pretty soon you're gonna have to go out into the real world, so might as well enjoy your time here while you have it.
Sophomore year, when I got lost in the Grapevine Mills Mall, and so that taught me to always make sure that someone knows where you are at all times so you don't get lost. And any advice I would give is probably to pay attention to the state of your shoes and just make sure that they're not dead, because that can really affect your runs and just your body, because you can like get injured really easily.
Just invite camp in general, but specifically it'd be winning Pictionary my junior year. And advice would be just to have fun with the sport, because finding ways to have fun with cross country can go a long way, whether it's like fitness or just your commitment to the program.
Favorite memory would definitely be 2-time Pictionary champs, and then the shirts that we made right here. So definitely favorite memory. Or like for the freshmen and underclassmen, just stick with it, because they've had so many guys that were at the bottom that like made it to the top, and so it's just like, just stick with it and keep putting in the work.
During invite camp, there was a lot of times over there, and definitely cross country as a whole is a great learning experience. You know, like Coach Capo, my coach he's a really good teacher, and you know he teaches like every day he'd be teaching us something else, something new every day, and without him I really wouldn't have been in the place where I've gotten today, how good I've gotten today without him, because I know for a fact before I didn't take cross country very seriously, but it's definitely Coach has definitely sparked that ambition for the sport in me. Trust the program. Like if you're doing running, like you don't need to be doing extra stuff. You don't need to be overthinking. Basically, cross country is like where overthinking is basically your worst enemy. Your worst enemy is in your head. So like you gotta like overcome whatever's in your head if you want to like actually be good at it. It's a very mental sport.
The dance battles, and as for advice, I'd say learn to have more fun with our races and practices than stressing over them. Chasing you around the track on meme day, or finishing district with a 6-minute PR from my first race. Don't be afraid to start and reach out. There's always someone there that you can talk to or ask. Don't be afraid and just do it. No one's gonna hurt you for it.
Mom came out to watch me run at Nike South. Always like enjoy like your time like spent like doing anything, because like you don't know how long it's going to last.
I think this was last year, but we all of the girls, we ran to Arbor Hills, and you weren't with us. And we played Manhunt there, and I'm pretty sure that was like you started freaking out because you heard sirens or something, but like it was so fun. So yeah, enjoy the time you have. I wish I had my freshman year in cross country, so just enjoy it while you have it.
At the Jesuit meet, when there was a huge group of my teammates cheering me on, and I was so excited, and I was about to run so fast, and then all of a sudden I just face planted and fell in front of all of them, and everyone was yelling at me to get up, and it was kind of embarrassing. Okay, advice: if you want something, go for it and just do everything in your power to get it, because I've started to learn that if you do everything in your power to get to your goals, even if you fall short of them, you still accomplish more than the average person.
This invite camp was when we won Pictionary, and we were celebrating upstairs, and we were dancing, and we almost broke the floor. That was really fun. And then advice, just always remember that pain is temporary, and like to keep fighting for your goals, because that's how you're gonna make your dreams happen.
Was definitely the Cop Hell race. It was probably the muddiest one of the season,
And, it's one of those races where, like, there's no way you're going to PR, but it's the point of having just fun and, like, just trying your best, even though, what you're going to do about the really bad conditions. So, like I said, enjoy when the moments get tough, enjoy those moments, because then you're going to learn a lot more from them.
Thinking I'm not about to go get a pie smacked in my face, and then 2 seconds later, it's like all over my face. And my advice would be for the young kids that are coming up and the juniors becoming seniors, I would say always seek improvement every day as you go on through life. Not even if it's not running school or like friends or whatever. Always try to improve at what you're doing and be yourself. And don't let anybody change who you are.
From Invite Camp this year, when Isaac had the dead turtle on a paddle and launched it across the lake. Definitely the best thing ever. And then some advice would be to embrace everything, because I've had the best memories of my life on this team.
My favorite memory would be from Nike Regionals this year, because my parents came to surprise me on my race, and they've never watched me run there before, and they were at the finish line to hug me when I was done. So it was a good end to my season. And advice that I would have, don't be late.
Are you nervous, Coach? Yeah.
Any extra thank yous that you want to give out?
Yeah, I just gotta thank my mom and dad. My mom and dad have never told me that I couldn't do anything. They've never told me that that they've always said, great job, even if I've had a rough race. There's always next week, that sort of thing. They've always just been massively supportive, and I couldn't be here without them.
I just want to say thank you to all the parents who went in the morning to set up everything and were there constantly. And I also want to say thank you to my mom for always supporting me. Thank you. And thank you to Coach Capo.
I would say thank you to all the parents who come out and support us, and to my parents for always making sure we're on time to practice.
Thank you to the girls team. The locker room is never boring. I know just now they were pretending to drag each other across the floor. Thank you to my wonderful coaches. Really turned my high school around, the whole experience. Thank you to my parents. They have always been supportive, and I wouldn't be where I am without them. Thank you for all the memories, everyone in this room. It's been real. Go Hawks!
Enjoyed being on the team all 4 years. It was truly something special. Everybody in this room tonight, holds a special place in my heart. So I love each and every one of y'all, and just keep killing it.
I want to thank my mother because she's the one that made me run cross country. She told me, Anna, I will get you a Slurpee if you run cross country. And so that's why I ran cross country.
To thank my teammates for creating a very welcoming environment. I only joined the program 2 years ago, but I never felt out of place. They're always welcoming, including me in activities.
I want to thank, obviously, my teammates and my family. I want to thank my teammates for being there with me, for laughing at all my stupid jokes and putting up with me. I want to thank my family for always encouraging me, never not believing in me, and always being at my side, even though I know I can make it a little difficult sometimes. I love all you guys, and thank you for that.
To thank my parents because they always bought me shoes whenever I needed, which was a lot, and they were always encouraging on every Saturday. When I didn't want to go race, they were really encouraging me there. And I would also like to thank my friends because they made the runs so much better and so much more enjoyable.
Cross country has been such a great experience for me. I went from C team freshman football to now I'm on varsity cross country and track, and I just want to thank everyone that's supporting me, and especially my parents who bought me all the shoes that I've gone through and just supporting me even if I've had a bad race.
I definitely want to thank my parents for sure for the support and just taking me places and all that, and then definitely my coach with Capoe just believing in me and what I can do, and just the great coaching, and overall I guess all 3 coaches I've had so far, and then just the team for the environment and all, and the work we've put in and all to get where we've been in terms of place.
Thank Coach Capoe. I want to thank my parents especially because I know they would have supported me in even in anything, even if I didn't choose cross country. If I'd have chosen something else, I know they would have supported me in that, and they're very supportive. So I want to thank them for being so with me.
I want to give a big thank you to my parents simply for providing new shoes, new running gear, all the resources you need to be successful, and meal prepping my stuff so it makes my mornings easier. And then I want to give a big shout out to my team in general just because they made morning practices a little bit easier to run.
Just to my stepdad for giving me the advice I need. Thank you for my dad for believing in me no matter what, even when I thought I was the slowest girl on the team. And thank you to my mom for just being that inspiration at waking up at 4 a.m. every day to work out, to inspire me to get up off my lazy butt, to do stuff. And thank you to everyone I met on this team because I've never met more amazing people. And thank you to Coach Capoe for giving me this daily inspiration that makes me want to be a better person as much as I can.
Thank you, Coach, and this team for providing me with a really fun experience ever since I joined last year as a junior, and I have a feeling my last year of high school would have been extremely boring if I never came here. Thank you for always setting that environment and making sure I'm having a good time.
I just want to say, Sean, you're the best little brother ever, even though you're super annoying in the morning. Mom, thank you for inspiring me to run in the first place. Sorry, Dad, I know that you started running first, but Mom was the one that actually made me want to do it. I love you guys for always being there to support me, even when you couldn't physically be there, and just I love everybody, so yeah.
I want to say, 1, thank you to Coach Capoe. His 30-minute lectures every morning have actually helped me so much. Even if I don't listen to the full thing or sometimes I tune out, I still get what I need to hear, and it's actually helped me to accomplish so many things this year, so I really give him a lot of credit for that. I want to thank my parents for driving me to 6:30 a.m. practices or 5:30 in the morning meets. It's actually been such a blessing, and I love you guys. And then last, I want to thank my teammates. I want to thank you guys so much for being my support system and just helping me on the days where I just want to cry and break down and think I can't do it. You guys have just been there for me, so thank you to all of y'all.
Definitely want to thank my family. Each person has sacrificed something different for me to be successful. Thank you, Dad, for always driving me in the morning to practice. Those are my favorite moments with you. And then thank you, Mom, for always supporting me. You've just been always there for me and had my back, which has been really helpful all 4 years. And I want to thank you, team, for always making me laugh and pushing me to be the best person I can be. And thank you, Coach, for always guiding me and helping me through life in this next season that I'm about to jump into. So yeah, thank you.
Hey, thank you to my mom, dad, my brother for always supporting me with love and care for my cross-country career. Thank you for the cross-country team for being so welcoming when I came in the middle of my junior year. And yeah.
I've been at Hebron High School, all 4 years in high school. I came from Martin, and I kind of wish that I started high school at Hebron with Chris Capeau, and I also wish that I just got to know these guys and girls longer than what I have, and I feel like if I did, we would have some great friendships, greater than what they are now. And what was the question after that? Oh, thank you. I would say to my dad, thank you for making it possible for me to come to Hebron and better myself as a track runner and also a student. And without you, I mean, none of this would have happened. And yeah, I mean, I just want to say thank you, because you're always willing to take the risky move, and that risky move ended up being a very successful move, and it really bettered myself for the future. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you to my parents for driving me everywhere, buying me all of my running shoes and everything, and helping me through everything. And thank you to my teammates for going through everything and for making the best memories with me.
Okay. Don't put this part. I cry so easily. People are gonna make fun of me. I can't talk when I'm crying. I thank my parents for giving me the opportunity to be the best that I can be. I'm sad, wait. Don't put that in there. Okay, I'll start over. No, my mom's gonna cry too when she watches this. I thank my parents for giving me the opportunity to be the best that I can be. I thank my teammates for being my best friends. And I thank Coach Capeau for making my last 2 years the best at Hebron.
Okay, my proudest that's not even a question, but I'm just gonna say my proudest moment at Hebron. There, right there, baby. Okay.
Until you've completely... Wait, can I start that over? Okay. Advice. You know, just... I don't know. I can't think.
She doesn't make her slip.
Are you okay?
No. Come on.
Oh wait, did I just mess that up?
Now number 3.
And then advice, I would say, to just have fun and kind of just...
Students and faculty, we have the food truck this morning. Today, it is located between the 9th grade campus and the main campus near the tennis court. Again, the food truck is here between the campuses near the tennis court.
No.
Thank you. Next.
Okay, ready?
Next.